Hi everyone! Magandang hapon po and welcome to our free webinar by Vim Philippines. Ako nga po pala si Blessy and I'm one of the social media managers here at Vim Philippines. And I'm with the beautiful CMO of Vim Philippines. Pakilala ka naman, ma'am.
Sorry, napause pa. Hi, everyone. So, good afternoon. I hope you're excited for another session of our webinar today. So, again, my name is Mary Ann. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Bain Philippines. And maganda yung inihanda naming sorpresa sa ngayon sa inyo. Lalo na sa mga nag-start pa lang sa journey na
Yes,
to, sa journey ng pagiging virtual assistant.
agree.
But, before we start, at bago natin ipakilala ang ating guest for today, so we have some house rule first para sa guide natin for this webinar. So we actually prepared some house rules for you. Okay. So number
Yeah.
one, no bashing or harsh words. So this is Valentine's Day kahapon, so we have to show love lalo na sa ating speaker for today. Mhm. So, like for example, if you have any questions, we have the Q&A tab for question. As you can see, we have the chat box, but it's actually disabled because
Mhm.
lahat ng questions natin is going to the Q&A tab. And don't worry, once you actually put a question there or any comment there sa Q&A tab, nakikita po namin yon. So again, so the chat box only is for announcement. So like for example, at the end of the webinar, we have announcement or yung attendance link. Doon namin siya ilalagay naman sa chat box. So guys, I hope that you're going to rename or sana lagay yung name nyo sa inyong ano sa Zoom so that we cannot see like admin or Zoom user, something like that. So that we can recognize you. Especially mamaya may mga games tayo, so para alam namin
Yes.
kung anong name nyo. Okay? And I hope everyone will stay up until the end para nga sa attendance. And of course, we're going to give away certificates. So you're going to receive the certificates probably this week. So don't worry, i-send namin yung certificate. Sometimes we have to be a bit patient, okay? So after the webinar, if you want to like watch it again or you want to go back para sa recap nyo, you can actually follow our YouTube channel. So we're actually posting every Wednesday. So we're having the replays of the webinar every Wednesday. So and also naka-live stream tayo ngayon sa Facebook. So if you have friends, you can actually invite them. Okay, so I hope clear na yung ating house rule. So,
Ayan.
excited yata sila, Blessy. Excited na ba?
Yes, thank you.
Hi!
Excited na ba? Pa-thumbs up naman daw, pa-react naman para malaman namin kung excited at gusto nyo nang simulan yung webinar for today. Before that, happy Valentine's, ma'am. Maligayang araw ng mga puso. Ayun, oh, dami, oh. Heart, halo-halo na yung reaction dito. Kamusta ba yung Valentine's mo, ma'am? Makamusta lang kita before tayo mag-start sa ating topic.
Nag-date ako sa aking computer.
Ay, computer, ang ka-holding hands mo ba ay yung mouse?
Yes. Saka yung keyboard, holding hands ko talaga siya.
Oo, iba talaga ang ano ngayon, ang ira ngayon. Ayan. Kayo guys, kamusta naman?
Lumabas ngayon.
Ano ma'am? Ano?
Pwede ko
Sorry?
lumabas ngayon kasi magsa-summer
Oh,
na yata. Sobra.
oo nga. Parang umiinit na no yung panahon. Ay, sino ba dito yung first time pala? Maiba lang ako, ma'am. Sino ba dito yung first time na umattend sa webinar ng Vane Philippines? Pwede bang mag-wow? Yung reaction dyan, yung nakaganon. No? Wow. Uy. Ay, first time ang dami. Wow. Ang daming first time. Thank you po. Welcome po. Sana hindi ito ang first time or last time. Sana ito yung start ng journey mo as a virtual assistant. So, sana magstay kayo until the end. Apakarami nating pag-uusapan ngayon. I-ready nyo na yung notebook nyo. I-ready nyo na yung mga notes nyo para mamaya pag nag-Q&A tayo, pwede nyong itanong lahat yan doon sa speaker natin. At talagang i-take natin tong opportunity na to kasi ma'am, libre to.
Yes.
Wala kang babayaran. At sa huli ay may free certificate ka pa. O, saan ka nakakita ng libre na yung learning, libre pa yung certificate, 'di ba? Dito lang 'yan sa Vame
Hindi ka na
Philippines.
babayad ng libo-libo para lang matuto. 'Di ba?
Agree, agree. Tama. Nag-enjoy ka na, natuto ka pa, 'di ba? So, welcome po.
Premyo ka pa.
Oh, 'di ba? Cash prize po pala ang premyo natin mamaya. So, kung ako sa inyo talagang tatapusin ko yung webinar na to. Ma'am, ilan na ba tayo ngayon? Para lang aware silang lahat kung ilan tayo.
Okay, so we have 200 attendees dito. And again, naka-live stream po tayo sa ating Facebook page.
Yun, no? Welcome, welcome everyone. So, wag na nating patagalin, ma'am. Simulan na natin agad-agad at i-welcome na natin yung speaker natin ngayon dahil ang topic natin ay sobrang ganda. Ayan, kita nyo naman sa screen namin, di ba? General Virtual Assistant. So, uh, simulan na natin, introduce na natin ang speaker natin for today. So, ang ating speaker po ay may napakalawak na experience in supporting businesses across various sectors, including e-commerce, healthcare, and startups. So, with 2 years of specialization in e-commerce operations, she has a keen understanding of what it takes to thrive in this dynamic field. So, additionally, yung speaker natin has spent 3 years providing exceptional administrative support in the healthcare sector, honing her skills in organized efficiency and communication. So, yung experience nung speaker natin ngayon ay hindi basta-basta lang dahil she also extends to sales and marketing for startup companies. So, making her well-rounded expert in crafting strategies that drive success. So, sobrang grateful po ang Vein Philippines na nandito ngayon yung speaker natin. Kaya guys, hindi siya magbubukas ng camera at ng microphone hanggat hindi niyo siya nire-reacta ng heart, ng applause, at ng celebrate. So guys, join me in welcoming our speaker for today, Katrina Tianela. Come on guys! Uy!
Hi everyone! Grabe, nakaka-pressure naman yung heart at
Wow, ang dami oh.
Hi everyone! Welcome sa webinar and good job sa pag-initiate na mag-start ng pag-gather ng knowledge to start your VA journey. So, good job kayo dyan.
Ayan, ma'am, before we start, pwede bang makahingi naman ako ng konting backstory lang kung paano mo ba nasimulan itong field na to? Paano mo siya na-start bago ka mag-start ng iyong discussion?
Sure. Akala ko hihingi ka ng sample. Anyway. So, hi everyone. My name is Katrina. Andito yung camera ko, pero I'm looking here because I have two screens. So, I started my VA journey back in 2021. That's the time I started kasi I'm a first-time mom, so I opted to work at home na lang. I think most of you here are parents then, kaya you want to transition from working sa corporate into the VA business. So, I started in 2021. It was very hard kasi I never had any experience as a VA. So, kagaya nyo, gantong-ganto yung sinimulan ko. Like, I attended webinars. I tried everything. YouTube Academy. Nag-start ako mag-optimize ng profile ko. Nag-start ako kasi ayokong umalis. So, yun, in-optimize ko yung profile ko in various freelancing websites or platforms like LinkedIn, Indeed, OLJ, para lang makapag-land ng clients. And ayun, utilize ko lang yung skills ko when it comes to soft skills. Hindi ako ganito ka lumanay and ka pleasant pakinggan like before, even though I was from the BPO industry. So I had to hone my skills, may it be soft skills, technical, and lalo na sa software. And that's what we'll be talking about today. I hope you learn a lot.
Ayan, sobrang excited na kami, Ma'am Katrina. Kaya the floor is yours. You may now share your screen.
Sure. Wait lang. Yun. Kita na po ba?
Sharing. Yan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yun, perfect. So, what is a general virtual assistant? That is the question for today's webinar. And before I tackle that, I want to share or discuss the world of work. Wait lang, naabala ba nito yung screen or not? Maybe it's only on my end. Wait, ayan. The world of work. So the world of work is changing. Remote work is no longer a trend, it's a reality. Sinasabi ko dito, it's no longer a trend kasi before parang yung freelancing was only a trend. Like you see people in establishments working, parang aesthetic lang. Pero ngayon, it's reality na. The world of work is shifting. Most people opted to work or opts to work from home kasi mas convenient and yun na yung demand ngayon sa mundo. So the shift has fueled a massive increase of demand for virtual assistant, as I mentioned. Businesses today face new challenges like scaling operation, managing cost, and adapting to a rapidly changing market. Now, itong changes na to is usually seen in first world countries like the US, and others na mas pinipiling palitan yung cost nila by getting support or assistance from agents or people from third world countries. Not that masama yun ha, kasi magandang part yun sa atin kasi dollars yun. So it's more for us mostly. So remote work offers flexibility. Yes, it does. But it also creates a need for reliable support. This is where the GVA shines. So GVAs or general virtual assistant provide essential services businesses need to succeed in the remote first world. Kaya nandun yung demand. Nandito na tayo. That's why we're having this. So, what is GVA in a nutshell? Guys, let me know if it's too fast. We could go slower. You could react. Like the heart react or thumbs up if it's okay, or if it's too fast you can react like the shock emoji. Okay naman. Okay, perfect. So GVA in a nutshell is a highly skilled professional who provides a wide range of administrative, technical, and creative support to clients from a remote location. GVAs are adaptable and should possess a diverse skill set, allowing them to handle various tasks across different business needs. So, sobrang broad ng pagiging GVA. Some agents or some freelancers I know of are GVAs na hindi lang nag-stop sa like tending to clients. Ayan, may Q&A. Di lang siya nag-stop into tending to clients' emails. Eventually, nag-expand siya into nasa billing na siya, handling the client's like personal business, like even ordering flowers for Valentine's. So sobrang wide ng scope niya and it gets to a personal level with the client. So depende yan sa skills mo and how you manage your client. So sobrang vast ng industry na to. So I'd like to tackle on this more, but first, it's very important to debunk myths. Since most of you are starting lang, and I could see, I saw earlier that most of you have attended this webinar for the first time. So I want to debunk myths just to get this off the table para to set your expectations on what a GVA is. So, to debunk the first myth, it's easy money slash a get rich quick scheme. No, it's not. So, this is probably the biggest myth. So, andun yung potential for good income. Like, it's easy money in a sense na dollar yung i-earn mo kahit sabihin na natin na you work for $3 to $4, it's still big compared kung aalis ka. So, malaki talaga yung potential. Pero, to debunk this myth, you have to invest in time in developing your skills, marketing your services, building relationships with clients, and consistently delivering high quality of work. Think of it as building any other business. It takes time and effort. So before, nung nag-start ako, I think lahat naman na aspiring VAs have this six-digit goal, 'di ba? Yung six-digit goal. It's not that easy. As nawala yung screen sharing. Can you guys still see it?
Kita pa
Can you
po.
Yes, yes. That.
Okay. Siguro sa Enya lang, it could be connection error. So, troubleshoot mo muna yan, Sheena. So, ayun, let's go back. It's easy money. Hindi siya easy money. When I started, I aspired for the six-digit goal. Kasi parang yun naman yung standard sa VA. Like, you made it if you have the six-digit goal. It's not easy. Like, take it from me, I had to get like three or more clients to get to the six-digit goal. And eventually, mababurn out ka. So instead of getting multiple clients para lang makuha yung goal na to, it's better to invest in yourself na para mas mataas yung appraisal mo, 'di ba? Kasi if you have little to offer, kailangan mo talaga maghanap ng maraming clients. Pero once na-hone mo yung skills mo as a freelance professional, so hindi lang customer service yung kaya mo na social media, kaya mo na yung kung nagbebenta kung sa mga anong platforms, like Shopify, ticketing platforms, and many others like Amazon, kailangan mong i-hone ang sarili mong skills, and you can't really um depend on the client na you have to train me for this. So one thing about being a VA is you have to be plug and play. When I say plug and play, dapat pag sinalang ka, once you get hired, huwag kang umasa na may learning curve kasi you have you have to develop yourself. Dapat nasa iyo yung learning curve kasi being a GVA, you are your own product. So, if you want to sell your product, you have to make sure na maganda yung quality ng product mo. Maganda yung quality ng services na may offer mo. And that is how um you get money, or you appraise yourself higher para hindi mo na kailangan kumuha ng madaming clients. But again, hindi siya advisable, and it takes a lot of work and effort. So, etong easy money scheme is not a reality, pero it's possible with hard work and dedication and discipline na din sa end mo as an aspiring GVA. So, myth number two, you can work a few hours a week and make a fortune. So, while flexibility is a huge perk, success isn't about working the fewest hours possible. So, ito, I added this myth kasi lately I've been seeing a lot of ads like you can work on your phone for this amount of hours and earn this amount of dollars. It's not real. Anything that's too good to be true, that's too easy, is not real. Lalo na sa mundo ng GVA. You have to put in the work. Just to give you like um like an example of how it works. Most GVAs are paid by the hour or through output based compensation. So if you want to work a few hours a week, siguro possible siya if it's an output based compensation. Pero if you're working by the hour, it's impossible that to work for a few hours and make a fortune. Kasi nga, again, most GVAs, especially the ones who just get started, usually just get paid by the hour. So hindi siya like it really is a myth like when it comes to freelancing. So please refrain sa mga sobrang dali, lalo na sa mga posting kasi there are a lot of scammers out there. Like kahit sa mga legitimate platforms, you can see them on Upwork, Indeed, online jobs. Like i-DM ka nila, like you qualify for this, and they may ask for your personal information. So, ayan, hindi totoo yung work a few hours a week and make a fortune. Excuse me. Ayun. So it's about working smart and efficiently and building a sustainable income. It takes time and effort nga, as I've mentioned. A few hours a week might be a good starting point, but don't expect a fortune overnight. Even later on, consistent work and client management are key. Kaya sinasabi ditong client management is because siguro ano na lang yun sa minention ko earlier, like when I had multiple clients, so I had to manage multiple platforms at a time since most my clients are in EST or US time zone. Kaya gabi lang ako nagtatrabaho, and I had to make sure that I manage my clients and each of their platforms effectively. If you have questions, please make sure to keep them for later, ha? So we could address them. So moving forward, dun na tayo sa sunod na myths. So, myth number three, you don't need any skills. Siguro nagpo-fall pa to doon sa mga ads na you copy-paste mo lang to and you'll earn this amount of money. I included this kasi siguro I considered joining platforms na magka-copy-paste lang ako, and it was not worth it. Like you'd put in the work, and you'd put in the work pero you won't get compensation for it. So kailangan mo talaga mag-upskill kasi sinabi ko nga, I started with zero knowledge. So, copy paste, that's something I could do. Like, okay, papatusin ko na yon pero again, wala akong nakuha. Kasi nga, kailangan mo talaga ng skills to be a successful virtual assistant. So, you need both technical skills and soft skills. When we say technical skills, you have to be proficient in relevant softwares. Lalo na yung mga software ngayon, being a VA, dapat mabilis ka mag-adapt. Lalo na sa mga platforms. Grabe ang pag-open ng platforms ngayon, like CRMs, dapat knowledgeable ka. So, hindi naman yun makukuha overnight. And wala rin namang magtuturo nun sa'yo as a general VA. Kasi nga, dapat pag general VA ka, plug and play ka na lang. You have to do this. You don't ask how. I mean, you don't you still ask questions pero you're expected to function kasi ikaw yung product. Kaya dapat marunong ka na. Like, dapat ready ka na. Your plug and play na lang. Parang ikaw yung software sa system nila. Like, plug and play, dapat mag-work ka na. You have to make it better. Kaya, dapat, para kang value added sa company. So, kaya kailangan mo ng skills. Yung technical skills, pwede yan makuha sa YouTube. Ang daming free na training. Actually, mamaya may sasend akong link for, actually, it's a webinar din dito sa VIM teaching you guys how to do calendar management. And I think the other one is for email management. Now, I'll send it later para you'll have a reference and you can watch it then on their YouTube channel. Next is soft skills. Soft skills are examples are excellent communication, organization, time management, problem solving, and client management skills. I think this is isa din sa naging edge ko bilang dating galing BPO. And I think most participants, hindi ko naman ina-assume, pero most participants siguro may BPO experience, looking to transition into being a VA, which is a good thing kasi nandun na yung soft skills. I think very important to kasi kung mag-VA ka, you'll be speaking with people from all over the globe. And you have to be ready and be excellent in communicating, lalo na in portraying what you have to say. If you have any questions, explaining situations, like even when asking for help, you have to be prepared on how you'll deliver the message. Kasi especially if it's through chat, you may convey it differently pag hindi mo siya na word properly. So in this case, may mga tools naman na pwede mong magamit. You have Grammarly. Kahit nga ChatGPT, pwede siya for grammar check, di ba? And organization, it's a soft skill. Kasi as a VA, wala kang ibang aasahan kundi ikaw lang. So you need to keep track of everything like religiously. Lalo na dahil ikaw yung GVA, you manage the client's company or whatever it is that the client needs help with. So kailangan tedious ka sa small details or be detail oriented. It's very very important. And sa time management naman, ayun, ang clients natin lalo na pag starting kang GVA, they are very strict kasi nga ang lagi kong sinasabi as a GVA, what we're left with or what we begin with is ethics. So you keep a client or you earn a client dahil sa skills mo pero you keep them sa work ethics mo. Sa clients ko, I've practiced to be as consistent as possible sa lahat ng clients ko. When I log in at 8:55, I log out at 3. Hindi yan nagbabago. It's an everyday thing para alam nila na reliable ka. You give them a pattern na andyan ka lang lagi. Yung consistency as a GVA and na pinapakita mo para siguro isa yon sa challenges in hiring someone remotely. It needs to be someone reliable, consistent. Kaya gagawin, yun yung ilalagay mo. And it's still a skill. It's a soft skill. So the more skills you have, the more valuable you become to clients. And ayun na nga, you have more to offer. Dun ka na mag-a-upskill ng cost mo, cost ng services mo as a GVA. So investing is skill. skill development is crucial for long-term success as a GVA. Tapos myth number 4 naman tayo, moving forward. It's all about administrative skills. It's a big no-no. So dahil GVA ka, puro administrative lang, like puro office, papers, it could branch out. Like I've mentioned earlier, my friend was a GVA, and then she ends up like managing almost the client's whole life, even her vacation. So magsaspan out siya like sa social media management. We have other tools for social media management like Canva, you have Buffer, and so many platforms that you could use. Yan, social media, content creation, kung meron ka sa creations, marketing support, project management, customer service, which is, I think, happens more often than it should. So, yung customer service, it falls skin sa mga ticketing systems. You have to familiarize yourself with those platforms para you have more to offer. So, hindi lang siya limited sa administrative tasks, which I think is a good thing. Kasi it's a good place for you to learn, to invest in yourself. Kasi when you learn for a specific client, hindi lang yan, hindi mo lang yan magagamit sa specific client na yun. Like, when you develop a skill, hindi lang siya natatapos sa client na yun kasi naiipon siya sa'yo and you can use it, you can and you will be using it in the future pag halimbawa nawala ka na dun sa client na yun. Kasi ang mundo ng um, freelancing is inconsistent. Hindi siya, walang permanence, walang security. Pwede kang maalis at any time. Yun, kaya it's important to learn this skills or to invest in yourself to um, learn or specialize in more skills in life. So, in GVA, limiting yourself to only administrative skills can limit your earning potential and types of client you can attract. So, ayun nga. So, for potential clients, nililimitahan mo rin ang sarili mo if you don't learn these things. So, hindi ka tuturuan ng client mo pag VA ka, you're on your own. You learn things on your own. You do things on your own. Kasi ikaw ang company, ikaw ang product, ikaw, ikaw ang social media mo, ikaw ang marketing team mo, ikaw ang sales team mo, ikaw ang lahat. So, depende sa'yo paano mo ibebenta ang sarili mo sa kliyente. Benta in a sense na for as a GVA. So embrace the opportunity to expand your skill set and offer a wider range of services. So guys, before I proceed on the last myth, can you please react ng gusto ko yung yung celebrate na na react. If you're still there, like the tada. Okay, nabilang ko mga nasa 93 pa lang tong tada. Bale, nasa 268 tayo, kulang to. Okay na, okay na. Let's proceed to myth number 5. Finding clients is easy. Um, no, it's not. Siguro it was the hardest and most challenging part nung nag-start ako as a VA. And um, before, sanay ako na I usually get the job like after the first interview. Pero being a freelancer has humbled me in a different way kasi ang magde ang mag ang magde-decline ng applications mo mga puti or mga ibang lahi. So it was parang was I not good enough? Pero ayun, mahirap maghanap ng client lalo na sa first timers. So finding clients takes effort and strategy. It's not enough to set up a profile on freelance platform and wait for clients to come knocking. I mean, it happens like clients do reach out, pero it depends na rin kung paano mo isi-set up ang profile mo. So, you need to actively work on your network, both online and offline. Market your services, build a strong online presence. I think this attending this webinar is one thing na I think it's a good thing that you attended this webinar kasi you get to market with other people. VM actually is an agency. They hire They hire agents from the Philippines and other countries din. So you could explore their profiles sa Facebook, sa LinkedIn, I think. Pwede nyo siyang i-explore. So ayun, nagbe-build ka ng network. So one personal advice in finding a client na natutunan ko over the years is to always personalize your cover letter and never, I said never ever use Chat GPT kasi it's very easy to track and it doesn't sound genuine. Tapos, hindi pwedeng magtapon ka lang na magtapon ng profiles at CV mo dahil lang may oras ka. You have to allot a specific day, a specific time na magsasubmit ka ng applications mo. Say, magsasubmit ako ng application three times per week. So, sabihin natin Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Magsasubmit ako niyan pero mag-aalat lang ako ng at least 2 to 3 hours. Tapos hindi ako magtatapon lang na magtatapon. Maghahanap ako ng client that resonates with me para magagawan ko siya ng cover letter and ng CV that I would tailor fit for that company. Like, for example, kung gusto ko yung client na to, o-open ko yung website niya. Hindi pwedeng nasa job plat or nasa platform lang ako. Hindi pwede yon. So what I do is o-open ko kung naka-indicate yung company na applyan ko. I-open ko yung link, titingnan ko yung vision niya, yung mission niya. Tapos 'di ba sa CV, meron tayong objective. I-align ko sa vision ng company. And siguro, I've done this couple of times way back. Siguro mga 60 to 70% they get back to me kasi sasabihin ko that um, your company's vision aligns with my objective as a freelancer, that I want to do this, do that. Tapos, usually sa job applications, naka-specify yung soft skills and technical skills na kailangan. Like you have to get experience dito sa platform na to. Zendesk, paano yan? Hindi ko alam gamitin ng Zendesk. You have YouTube. You teach yourself paano gamitin yung platform. Sobrang daming tutorials. They'll walk you through everything. Doon pa lang, pwede mo nang matutunan. And kung wala kang experience, nandyan si Google. Pwede mo siyang i-open, pwede kang mag-create ng account mo to like toggle around and explore the platform. That way, may experience ka na. Pero hindi ko naman sinasabi magsinungaling ka, like own up to something that you don't know how to do. That's wrong. Kasi hindi pwedeng fake it till you make it sa VA. Kasi sabi ko nga, you are plug and play. Kaya kailangan mo mag-invest ng oras. Oras ang pinaka kakakainin nito, lalo na kung nagsa-start ka as a VA for the first time. Um, Ayan, we'll get to your questions later. Pag nagsa-start ka ng career mo as a VA for the first time, oras mo ang kakainin nito. Kailangan mong bigyan ng effort talaga ang paggawa ng profile. Kasi yun naman yung unang parang balakid, 'di ba? Is to get noticed by employers. So, to get noticed by employers, aayusin mo yung platform mo, aayusin mo yung profile mo, and yung CV, please refrain from using or creating a CV that's too long, especially if irrelevant yung experiences.
All right. So let's take a quick break po, no? For Ma'am Kat.
May question kasi dito na gusto ko sanang sagutin. So, good afternoon. Any advice how to pass interview and apply with no experience?
Yan.
Okay. How to pass an interview. So, actually, like for example, if you have experience naman in a corporate world, i-incorporate mo lang yung experience mo sa corporate world sa hinahanap ni client. So, how to pass an interview, you have to be really, what you call this, confident sa interview. Kailangan confident ka talaga sa interview. Or, like, for example, ito kasi, ito hindi lang sa ano to ha, sa mga new VAs na nag-a-apply or sa mga applicable din to sa mga ano na, sa mga VAs na talaga or may experience na. When you actually have an interview, you can do an outline of your experience, your skills, but ang may advice ko is wag na wag mong babasahin. Kasi we have experience like here sa Vein, pag nag-interview kami, alam namin pag binabasa. Kasi talagang
Yes.
pati na siya sa computer. So, oh, sabi, ay, nagbabasa to. So, alam natin, pag nagbabasa ang isang ano, pag nagbabasa ang isang ini-interview namin na, um, yun nga, binabasa lang niya yung mga experience niya or, like for example, sometimes kasi, aminin natin, may mga, ano kasi, may mga VA kasi na, um, nag-a-apply pero wala siya experience doon, pero they're actually lying about their experience. Kasi,
Mm.
yun, wag kayo magsisinungaling during interview na alam nyo to, na may experience kayo dito because sometimes the client are actually like really probing, will give you like probing questions na hindi mo na masasagot in the end. Like for example, I
Mm.
know this system, ganyan, 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 and then, tatanungin, walk me through. So, pag hindi mo siya alam, hindi mo ma-walk through ang client. So, yun lang. So, lagi, again, be confident during the interview. Okay, I think Kat is here. Kat is,
Yes po, nakapagtimpla na, okay na, happy na ang baby.
Back to you, ma'am.
Ayun. Sorry. Ayan, again, that's the flexibility of working from home as a first-time mom. Pwede ako magtimpla ng gatas ng baby ko anytime. Ayun, no, later magsasuggest ako ng noise canceling na earphones. Pero may sasuggest din akong software later. We'll get to that. We'll answer all the questions later. So, ayun, mamaya pag may gusto ng tips sa CV, send kayo ng questions, discuss natin later, okay? Conclusion, by understanding the realities behind this myth, you can approach your VA career with a realistic expectation and a solid plan for success. So, hindi siya magic, hard work talaga siya. Hindi ibig sabihin nasa bahay ka lang nagtatrabaho, hindi relax na siya. So, andun yung comfort na hindi ka na magko-commute, hindi ka na magme-makeup, hindi ka na mag-aayos ng damit mo pag magtatrabaho ka. Hindi ka na rin maliligo. Pero hindi ko sinasabing di naliligo ang mga VA. Naliligo kami. Naliligo ako every 3 days. Tapos, skill, diba? Ayan, smart business practices. O, kung goal nyo hindi na maligo, like, every day, ito ang job para sa inyo. Moving forward, baka sabihin nyo yung speaker ha, dugyot. Anyway, why become a GBA? Bakit nga ba? Kaya bakit nga ba tayo andito? Ayun na. Oh, kakasabi ko lang work-life balance, pero with discipline ito ha. Kasi I've encountered or I've worked with someone before na dahil may trabaho, non-voice, habang nakashift na sa inuman. Kasi malakas naman daw yung signal ng data niya. Hindi pwede yun. Yes, you can work from anywhere, pero you set your own hours. And para din mag-deliver ka ng quality services, hindi pwedeng um, hindi pwedeng hindi ka dedicated sa work mo. So ayan, with discipline talaga. Andun yung work-life balance, yes. Pero kailangan mo ng time management skills, kailangan mo ng disiplina kasi grabe yung perk ng pag-work from home. Like literally my partner and I traveled siguro last month. Taga Bicol ako. Nag-travel kami like on a whim. Saturday, punta kami ng Tagaytay. Tapos dala lang namin yung mga laptop namin. Tapos balikan lang. Yung ganun, you can travel anywhere. Yes, makakapag-explore ka, makakapag-vacation ka habang nagtatrabaho ka. It's possible working by the beach. Pero you have to make sure that you have the resources, you have the discipline, lalo na pag libre, pwede kang, I've known other people na inabuso yung client, like, andun yung andun yung freedom kasi kaya madaling abusuhin yung lifestyle. Pero kailangan mong ilagay yung disiplina para ma-achieve mo yung work-life balance. Ayun lang naman. Uy, ang ganda ng mga question nyo. Ang ganda ng mga question nyo, mamaya answer natin yan. Kasi na-appreciate ko na nagtatanong kayo and you're seeking help. Kasi first part ng pagiging VA is to understand that you need help. Kasi hindi mo alam pa yung pinapasok mong industry, and it's really great na you guys have initiated na maghanap ng or mag-effort para hanap ng resources or to learn more about the industry. So, income potential. Ando na nga tayo sa income potential. It's possible. Sobrang overwhelming din. Lalo na pag galing kang corpo or galing kang BPO. Grabe yung difference. Grabe. As in, grabe yung difference ng income. Um, pero hindi siya ganun at start, at the beginning, ha. Back then, I started siguro mga nagtiyaga ako sa client kong una, siguro 20, tapos full-time. Pero, ano, yun yung sinasabi ko na kailangan i-hone mo yung skills mo para mataas din yung appraisal mo, mataas din yung value mo as a GVA, mataas yung value mo as a freelance professional. So, mas pwede kang mag-charge ng mas malaki, 'di ba? Ayun nga, nakalagay dito, the income potential is there. Yes, it is. It's directly related to your skills and your effort. Paano ka ba magtrabaho sa kliyente mo? Paano mo ba i-handle? Paano mo ba alagaan ang client mo? Hindi kasi siya one-time thing na you get a client, it's all good. No, it's not. It's the beginning. Dun ka masusukat as a person, as a professional. When you get a client, paano mo i-maintain? Paano mo ibibigay yung quality of service na gusto nila? And if they ask more, could you deliver? Dun magi-gauge kung paano ka as a GVA. Kaya kailangan ng consistency and effort. Tapos yun, building a successful VA business takes time, marketing, and consistent effort. Yun na nga. It's not a get-rich quick scheme. So, kailangan prepared ka mentally, physically, na aralin. Hindi pwedeng nakahiga ka tapos yung cellphone, nag-aaral naman ako eh, nag-YouTube ka nakahiga ka. Hindi, upuan mo, magkape ka, tapos effortan mo. When you watch webinars, when you watch tutorials, take down notes. And additionally, habang ginagawa mo yun, habang nakaupo ka, nag-aaral ka ng bagong skill, buksan mo yung platform, aralin mo. Kasi most platforms, you can sign into. You can try out the platform, you can explore it. Lalo na pag, ayun na nga, may nakita akong question dito, like magka-transition ka, BPO to VA. Yes, may experience tayo sa CRM. And most tools, nowadays are very user-friendly. Pero hindi ibig sabihin user-friendly, eh kaya mo ng mga palang basta. Kailangan aralin mo din. Kaya mag-e-effort ka. Hindi pwedeng, ay naral ko naman, pero nakahiga ka, nag-YouTube. Hindi yun pwede. Dapat aaralin mo with effort. Ilagay mo dun yung passion mo. Kasi, um, naniniwala ako dapat pag nilagay mo yung passion mo, tapos sabay mo ng prayers, maniniwala ka na kaya mo, inaaral mo araw-araw, ipapractice mo yung mga platforms. Halimbawa, may goal kang company and they ask for VAs na may experience dito sa platforms na to, aaralin mo siya, lalagyan mo siya ng effort and never expect na tuturuan ka ng client mo kasi hindi yun ang gusto nila. They're looking for a skilled professional, freelance professional. Kaya kailangan mo talagang mag-effort. Ayun. Kaya may high income potential tayo. Ayun, yun na nga, skill development with proactive learning. Ito yung siguro if you guys are familiar yung nag-trend na BPO agency na ayaw daw nilang mag-work from home yung mga agents nila kasi daw nakakabobo. Sino nakakaalam nun? Thumbs up kung alam nyo yung parang nag-trend na BPO company na yun. Ayun, madami. Ayun, nakakabobo daw pag naka-work from home kasi natatapos daw agad yung trabaho. Ayun, it was a him problem. It's a you problem. Problema mo yun. Hindi mo kayang i-utilize yung oras mo. Kasi andun talaga yung freedom. Kung kaya mo tapusin yung trabaho, what will you do now? 'Di ba? Oh, unang-una, pwede kang matulog. Sobrang sleep deprived ng mga VA. Pwede matulog, pwede kang mag-add. Kung wala kang magawa, pwede kang self-learn, proactively learning. Kasi ayun yung kagandahan naman dito sa pagiging VA. Back then, ang alam ko lang na is Word sa Microsoft. sa, sa branches sa Microsoft, Word lang tsaka PDF. Pero ngayon nag-Excel na ako, marunong na ako yung vectors. Yung matututo ka talaga. Pero dapat meron ka din love for learning and love for money. Siguro yun yung biggest motivation ko. Kaya natuto ako. Kasi kailangan ko ng pera. Ayun, continuously learn and expand your skill set, opening up new opportunities for growth and specialization. Since nga na-mention ko, you'll work with diverse client, learn new skills para marami kang may offer. Yun na nga sinasabi ko, ang VA world, inconsistent siya. So kung ano yung ginagawa mo sa client mo, pwedeng mag-work, pwedeng hindi, pwede kang alisin, the next day pwede kang i-retain. This happened to me back in 24 last year. Oh my God, last year I was offboarded ng isang premium client ko. Tapos it was unexpected. Pero wala, kailangan i-accept mo. The more siguro the faster you accept the fact na replaceable ka lang sa world ng VA, the faster it is na that you'll get back up your feet para maghanap ulit ng bagong clients. Nung na-offboard ako, back in October, I got a job in November. So, siguro less than a month, I got another premium client na talaga. So, ang ang ginawa ko lang kasi is nag-aral ako ng bagong skills. Like, may bagong software silang gusto and I was not familiar with it. Pero, inaral ko siya. Siguro, parang estudyante type, mag-suspend ako 5 to 6 hours a day. Aaralin ko yung platform. Habang naka-open sa YouTube, naka-open sa naka-open naman sa isang desktop, sa isang screen ko yung platform, aaralin ko, pipindutin ko, para ma-familiarize lang ako. And hindi siya advisable, pero if you're confident enough na alam mo kung paano mo siya gagawin, since I've worked with healthcare before, yun, na-win ko si client and now siya na lang isa na lang yung client ko, premium client na yun. Kasi nga, ganun ka-importante yung skill development. Hindi lang siya puro CRM ha. Pwede rin kayo mag-aral ng social media, ng creation, ay ng creatives, lalo na sa yung mga sa graphic. Siguro, mataas na rin ang bigayan ngayon ng graphic. So, hindi ko naman, sinasabing doon lang kayo mag-focus. Pero it's okay to learn new skills, to branch out kung saan yung passion nyo. Kasi hindi naman porke VA, nakaupo ka na lang tapos mag-a-assist ka na lang. You can still have your passion. You can still work on what you love. Like, i-offer mo yung services, lalo na kung yun din yung service ni client. Most often than not, ikaw ang pipiliin kung pareho kayo ng passion. So, hanap lang ng hanap ng application. Tapos, ayun nga, skill development. So, ayun, stay up to date with industry trends. Yan, isa sa pinaka-importante, lalo na pag nasa commerce ka, dapat alam mo kung ano nangyayari sa mundo. Like, kung yung i-offer nyo would still work at present time. So, kailangan updated ka, lalo kung, siguro sa lahat naman ng field mag-a-apply ito. So, yun, continuous learning is key para maging successful VA. Siguro, hindi lang siya, perk din siya sa'yo as a professional. Kasi kahit saan kang VA maglipat-lipat, um, nasa iyo yung advantage. So, ito, GVA Essential Skills and Tasks. You can screenshot this para alam nyo yung essential skills and tasks na usually ginagawa. So, hindi lang siya, as I've mentioned before, hindi lang siya nauubos sa admin task. Ay, ba't ka nag-next? Ayun. Hindi lang siya nauubos sa admin tasks. Ayan, andyan na yung scheduling, email management, data entry, travel arrangements, file organization. Yung mga yan, sa YouTube meron yan lahat. Like, you type it in, makikita mo. Practice mo kahit sa Gmail mo lang, sa Outlook mo. You could learn these administrative tasks. Siguro, give or take 1 week, kayang-kaya na tong aralin. Pero depende yan sa learning curve mo, ha? So, before you offer these services, make sure na equipped ka. Kasi hindi pwede ang fake it till you make it sa VA industry. So, ito pa, communication and customer service, responding to email and inquiries, managing social media, and basic customer support. Sa email and inquiries, usually meron tayong tinatawag na macros. These are replies, parang canned replies, which are ready na. Tapos, yeah, iti-tweak mo na lang ng konti to respond to um, customers. Managing social media interactions, you have Meta Business Buffer. Yung social media interactions, usually mga chat, comments, parang moderator ka, ganon. Tapos basic customer support, ito yung niche na sobrang sobrang, hindi ko naman sasabing, parang sobrang common sa VA world. Kasi most US companies, nag-outsource na sila ng customer service in the Philippines and other countries kasi mas mura. Pero reliable tayo. And ito yung parang pinakamabilis mapasukan as an aspiring BA, lalo pa galing kang BPO. Kasi ito rin yung first role ko since galing akong BPO. So, customer support. Kasi, hi, how may I help you? Diba? Yun yung, yun yung pinakauna. So, ito, I think, is one of the, like, easiest to get into. Pero sobra ding malakas or mataas na yung competition. So, ayun, kailangan i-optimize ang profile. I-optimize ang CV, ang cover letter, and don't use ChatGPT, please. Tapos, research and data entry, gathering information, compiling reports, managing databases. It's pretty much like straightforward. Gagather ka ng info. Pero usually, gumagamit sila ng platforms dito like SEOs. So, technical knowledge is key pa din para makuha mo to or kung ito yung niche na gusto mo. Marketing support, social media posting, content creation, kahit yung basic lang, and email marketing setup. Yung email na blast na sinesend out, like if you are subscribed to a specific platform, tapos may email sila, like you agree to subscribe to it, yun yung mga email setup na sinesend out yung mga blast. Social media posting, you could like schedule, it's very easy sa Meta Business, and you could also try and set it up sa Meta Business Suite. Pwede mo siyang gawin. Actually, if you have Facebook, I think most of us have Facebook, you could try Meta Business and tweak around, like try mag-create ka ng page mo, try mo mag-create ng social media post, mag-schedule ka, like pwede mo siyang explore. So that's one thing. Project management, supporting project timelines, task tracking, and meeting coordination. Ito para sa akin, yung mga seasoned na um, VA or yung may, pwede naman kahit hindi ka seasoned VA pero aligned ka sa type of work, lalo na para nasa higher level na sa organizational hierarchy. Project management, supporting project timelines. So yun, you have to have the skills required um, para sa mga task nito. Ito yung mga essential as a GVA, like yung basic. So GVA tools and technologies. Now this may vary per company or per client. So iba-iba ang ginagamit nilang modes of communication. Some use Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, Slack, Discord. Um, those are very easy to use. Kaya hindi naman siya mahirap na. So, ayan, project management, Trello, Asana, Monday, ClickUp. Pag hindi mo alam, mawawala ka. Pero andyan si YouTube Academy. And it's free. Kaya madaling-madali lang siyang gamitin. Madaling aralin. You have to invest your time and effort and energy lang again. So, CRM, um, email, marketing, MailChimp, Constant Contact, HubSpot. I think may bago ngayon, GHL. It's a new CRM. Um, sobrang bilis ng growth neto sa market. Isa sa magandang aralin. Cloud storage, file sharing, I think that's very basic. So, kung hindi mo pa alam to gamitin, aralin mo muna before applying. Social media, Hootsuite, Buffer, ayan yung pwede mong mag-create ka or mag-schedule ng post. Other useful tools, calendar, scheduling, Calendly, very straightforward. Note-taking apps, Evernote, OneNote, time tracking software. Ayan lang naman, yung basic tools and technologies. I mean, there may be more, but these are just examples na nakuha ko. I mean, nagamit ko na before, pero hindi siya limited lang dyan. There may be more, lalo na kung depende sa platform na papasukin mo. Tapos, ayan, landing your first client. Don't worry guys, baka antok na kayo ha. We just have 50 more slides. Thumbs up kayo kung buhay pa kayo. Ano ba yan? Tutulog na sila. Ayan, marami na ulit. Okay, hindi naman 50. Actually, eto na. Last slide na to.
Okay,
Ma'am,
so
tapusin ko na ba? Or ano na?
after your last
Mag-games na
slide,
tayo?
siguro after your last slide, mag-games muna tayo. After your last slide, mag-games tayo after. Parang
Sige
naligaw
po.
ako sa sinabi ko ah.
Pwede po sumali sa game. Sabi daw, cash daw yung ano eh.
Pwede naman. Sige. Last slide, and mag-games tayo.
Sige po. Ayan. So, landing your first client. Network, network, network. Connect with people in your target industries, both LinkedIn, tapos relevant Facebook groups. Kung familiar kayo, madaming platforms sa, like pages sa Facebook that offers jobs. Pero make sure that it's legit. And eto, yung online Filipino workers yata, I think, wala yung phone ko. I think kasali ako dun sa group na yun. Ano pa ba? Magne-network ka. Hindi ko naman sinasabi may kipag-friends ka sa lahat na nag-job posting, pero ine-network mo ang sarili mo with the right people. Say, nasa organization sa LinkedIn itong tao na to, you connect with that person. Tapos, or kaya mag-connect ka or mag-follow ka dun sa organization na gusto mong mapasukan. Like, the more you learn about a company, the more likely na madali mo maayos yung profile mo or ma-align mo yung profile mo sa kanila. Hindi ko man sinasabing ma-hire ka nila. You have to work on it. Hindi pwedeng naka-ano ka lang, like number one fan ka, tapos i-hire ka kasi fan ka. No, you have to work for it. So, ina-network mo ang sarili mo in a way na sa LinkedIn kasi madaling mag network kasi once you connect with them, um, pag may potential na openings, pwede mong ma-check agad and pero make sure din na na-equip ka lalo na sa roles na open. So yun, ine-network mo ang sarili mo. Like, lalo sa mga agencies ngayon, ang dami namang agencies like sa Vim o mag-network kayo sa Vim. Ang daming hiring na agencies na legitimate agencies naman sa Philippines, which are good naman. And I forgot to mention, I previously worked for Vim. And hanggang ngayon, oh, nasa network ko pa rin sila. Kasi you don't burn bridges as a VA. Yung network mo, it's what builds you up as a freelance professional. Kahit wala na ako sa Vim, walang burnt bridges. Di ba, Miss Yana? Kasi
Yes.
ako yung pinakamabait na VA.
Lagi ka mabait. Kaya huwag kayong pasaway, Char.
Ayun. Kahit wala na ako sa Vim, andito ako kasi network ko pa rin ang Vim. And isa yan sa pinakamagandang, hindi to paid advertisement, pero isa sa pinakamagandang agency na I've worked with. So, ayun, build a portfolio. Even without clients, lalo na sa mga first-timer, wala pa tayong client. Create sample work showcasing your work, lalo kung nasa creatives ka. Dapat may examples ka to showcase kung paano yung trabaho mo, paano mo i-deliver. Tapos, this could be writing blogs, lalo sa content creation din. I have a friend who's a ghostwriter for a famous writer in New York. Parang ghostwriter siya. Hindi pwedeng i-publish ang name niya, pero she's working for a writer. Tapos parang kinukuha yung words niya. Yun, basta ghostwriter siya. Yun, creatives, writing blog posts, designing social media graphics, creating spreadsheets. It's very important, lalo na hindi naman lahat ng client maalam sa mga gantong bagay. So it's important that you know these things and you build a portfolio to showcase your skills. Kasi, paano kung meron na po akong skill set, paano ko naman ipapaalam sa kanila? You show them. Kasi if it's not there, if you can see it, it's not there. So you have to show them your skills. What can you do? You show them what you can do. Lalo kung nasa creatives. And pag nasa ano naman, like hindi ka nasa creatives, nasa customer support end ka, show them the platforms that you've worked with or you're knowledgeable of para alam nila kung saan ka ilalagay and alam nila what you have to offer. Kaya kailangan i-build mo yung portfolio mo. Ako, I once created a website for of my own. Like, hindi naman siya like hindi naman siya parang vein type na parang naka-vein like na profile or website. It's a website containing all my information, like professional information. And then yung name ko, yung picture and quick objective tapos yung work experience ko. Work experience mo, pag nagke-create ka ng profile mo, hindi pwedeng title company. You have to include short details or ng mga task na ini-include mo sa mga previous job na yon. So kailangan mo i-include kung anong ginawa mo doon. Like worked as a customer support, tapos ganyan, like created this thing, ano ba yan? Pag nag-work ka as customer service, i-include mo kung anong ginawa mo for that company. I-include mo kung ano yung skill set na like anong ginawa mo doon. Kaya para it's part of building your portfolio para ipakita mo sa kanila kung ano yung ino-offer mo. So create a professional online presence. Ayun na nga, simple website. LinkedIn profile. Ang LinkedIn profile, akala ko dati it wasn't helpful, pero it wasn't helpful kasi it was not set right. So you have to create the platforms, iti-tailor fit mo naman siya sa kung ano hinahanap mo and make it look professional. Huwag ka mag-post ng profile picture na naka-selfie lang. Make it like a professional snapshot. Ang daming apps na pwedeng mag-edit ng professional snapshot na mukha kang marangal na tao kahit hindi ka naliligo. Ganun, yung mga ganon. You have to present yourself. Kasi 'di ba, pag nagtitinda ka nga, kailangan presentable yung pagkakaayos. Eh, ikaw tinitinda mo yung sarili mo, yung services mo. Professional yung binebenta mo is a dedicated professional. Pero yung profile picture mo naka-selfie tapos naka-orange blush, 'di ba? Hindi pwedeng ganun. Dapat professional. So, it depends on how you present yourself professionally kasi nasa professional world ka. Tapos, ayan, utilize freelance platforms strategically. Platforms like Upwork and Indeed can be a starting point. Focus on building long-term relationships. Ayan, ang ginagamit ko mainly, I don't use Upwork kasi mataas yung, taas yung charges. So, pag sa Indeed, and online jobs, ni-utilize ko yon by making sure na complete yung information and laging updated ang CV ko. Kahit may existing client ako ngayon na kahit nasa premium client ako, I make sure na updated ang CV ko and para maganda pa rin ang profile ko. Kasi that's you. Nasa professional world ka. Dapat laging updated, dapat laging maayos. If there are tests like English proficiency test, take it and make sure na maganda yung score mo. Sabi daw, take it lang eh. Tapos ang nakalagay na score mo ay very poor. No, wag naman ganun yung ipakita mo. Pakitang tao, pakita mo naman yung best mo, 'di ba? So, kailangan kung may mga test, you make sure that you complete them. Um, i-make sure mo na showcase mo ang sarili mo sa platforms na yun kasi there are employers usually and usually na nandyan sa platforms na yun and I usually get my clients by with them reaching out to me kasi maayos yung platform ko, maayos yung profile ko. So, my friends ask me, like, how do you get this client? I don't get them. They come to me. Kasi aayusin mo yung platform mo. You have to make sure na nasa professional and yung profile mo, like, yung kagusto-gusto ka ng kliyente na yung skill set mo ando na hindi mo na sila papahirapan maghanap. Ano bang kaya nito? O, okay, may list siya ng softwares na alam niya. Okay, may list din siya ng skills niya yung nakalista na and easy to understand, easy to digest yung profile mo. Kaya sinabi ko dito na naka-utilize yung freelance platforms mo. Ayun, para mas madali mong maibenta ang sarili mo. Again, ang product ay ikaw, ang tindera ay ikaw, kaya kailangan galingan mo. So, no one's gonna help you but yourself. And one way of helping yourself is joining webinars and proactively learning like this. So, good job, guys. Can I get a heart react? Ayun, buhay pa sila. Ayan na, thank you po. Sakto, oh. Finish na para na mag-games.
Alright, alright. So, pupunta tayo ngayon sa ating games. Teka, wait lang. So, magi-games naman tayo ngayon. Ang game natin ay 4 picks, 1 word. So, share ko lang screen ko. Po, thank you po sa pagsali sa games ngayong araw na to. And I think tapos na si Kat sa sa kanyang presentation. And I think pupunta na tayo ngayon sa Q&A.
Yes. Ay.
Kat.
Yes po, I'm back.
Okay. So, yes, we're going to do our Q&A ngayon or yung mga questions nila dito, pwede na natin sagutin. Yon. First cut, kasi di ba sabi mo, maire-recommend ka na noise cancelling headset and also software, right? For na. Kasi di ba sabi dito,
Ah,
ito
opo.
na rin yung tiyak ng anak mo.
Hindi po ako gumagamit ng platform ngayon, pero ang gamit ko is itong medyo pricey po kasi to. Hindi ko naman siya i-recommend pag starting ka pa lang. Medyo pricey yung Logitech na headphones. Pero maganda talaga to kasi kahit umaatungal yung baby ko kaya kagaya kanina umiyak. Hindi niyo talaga siya maririnig. Pag parang nakafocus lang siya dito sa mouthpiece. So unless lumapit talaga si baby na nandito, hindi siya maririnig. So one platform I recommend is Crisp para ma-cancel niya yung background noise. Actually, free lang naman yun. Pero pwede ka naman pwede siya yung paid. I think this was discussed, or pwede mo siyang ma-check sa YouTube paano siya gamitin, paano siya i-install. And there are other softwares na pwede nyo i-explore. Like, andyan si Google. Like, you could check si Google anong platforms ang pwedeng gamitin para ma-cancel yung noise. Kasi minsan hindi enough yung headphones lang, lalo na nasa Pilipinas tayo, may tumitilaok na manok, may tumatahol na aso, may batang iiyak. Ayun.
May
Kaya,
nagsiset comment sa'yo, di ba? Oh,
May
yun.
Shopee.
Okay, pero yun, I think ang pinaka-popular talaga nga ni si Chris. No?
yes.
So, noise cancelling. Okay. So, for newbies po na from BPO agent to BA, what lagay sa portfolio when starting out? Yun. Masasagot talaga to ni Kat kasi galing siya sa BPO.
Ayun, fellow BPO agents, kaya mo yan. Una-una, lakasan mo ang loob mo. Kinaya mo mag-BPO, kinaya mo magmumug ng calls, mas kaya mag-VA. Pero kailangan ayusin mo yung profile mo. So, ang nilagay ko, since nasa BPO ako, customer service. Pero depende kasi, di ko alam kung anong BPO ka. Pero kung nasa BPO ka, nasa tech ka, or yung mga nasa telco, ang ganda niyan kasi andyan yung experience, wala ka ng problema makipag-usap with clients overseas, kaya mong mag-discuss ng billing. Kasi pag nasa BPO ka, hindi ka lang naman mauubos na nasa customer service ka. Pwede mong ilagay yung sales, may technical background ka, familiarity with CRM. So, ilalagay mo doon yung skill set na natutunan mo. Hindi ka lang customer support. Andun yung si billing, andun yung lahat ng knowledge mo. So kailangan alam mo kung paano mo hihimayin yung natutunan mo and use it wisely para ma-present mo ang sarili mo professionally lalo papasok ka sa VA industry na galing ka sa BPO. So from corpo to VA, ayun yung kagandahan pag magta-transition ka. Ibibuild mo yung sarili mo. Siyempre, papagandahin mo naman kung ibibuild mo yung sarili mo. Like, hindi ko pa kasi binuksan kanino yung kaya. Ayan. Um, as a freelancer, tapos nag-transition ako sa VA, wala na kasi yung yung luma kong CV. Andun, makikita mo kung paano naglalag na yung laptop ko. Yung lumang laptop kasi to eh.
Also one add, ako kasi is also from BPO before. Pero nung nung nag-transition kasi ako is ibang-iba talaga because it's from BPO to social media manager. As in, wala ako experience to. Kasi may mga client naman na tumatanggap talaga na walang experience. But, pag napunta ka na sa line na yon, you have to upskill. You have to learn. Kailangan pag-aralan mo kung ano talaga yung niche na yon so that you can be expert on that niche.
Agreed. Lalo pag grabe yung competition kung magko-customer service ka ngayon. Grabe yung competition. So, kailangan mong um, i-present ng maayos ang sarili mo to make yourself stand out.
Yes. O, meron dito, taga Bicol din po ako. Hi, from Camsur.
Oo, maraming mga VA dito sa Bicol actually. Ang dami, sobra.
Actually, sa alam ko dyan sa area na yan, merong mga groups. Nandiyan ang JHL Pinas.
Opo, marami. Yung
Okay.
partner ko po, nasa GHL siya nag-work. So,
Yes.
from tech team lead, nasa BPO, ngayon nasa GHL na siya.
Yes. And meron silang group dyan, JHL Pinas.
Yes.
I saw before during the Popcon na yun nga. Meron silang parang get to.
Ah,
Yes. So I'm currently employed. Is it okay to tell it to the client? Of course. So,
okay lang, pero engage mo pa rin. Malay mo yung client mo, ayaw ka pa lang ng ibang kliyente, tapos sinabi mo. Tapos next day, wala, I can't access the platform. You're ano na, you're being let go. Di ba na-surprise ka?
um, minsan kasi kailangan mo rin sabihin kasi baka minsan nagkakaroon ng overlap. So,
Opo, yun. Kasi yun yung ayaw ng ibang clients. Like, ayaw nila yun.
wag niyo gagawin yung mag-overlap yung time kasi minsan malilito talaga kayo.
Aha.
A mistake before. Ito talaga, nung nagsisimula, I did a mistake before. I have a client, I actually applied for another job. Na-send ko yung email ko doon sa bagong client. O, di ba? Minsan
Ala.
malilito, baka malito ka. So, yun. Kaya yun. Kaya maging honest kayo. Posible po ba ma-hired kahit walang BPO experience like online teaching yung previous work? Yes po, you can actually start as an ESL teacher. And okay, this is parang what do you call this? Parang to inspire you guys. One of our sales head here, she's our business development manager and sales. Nag-umpisa siya sa amin as an ESL teacher. But now she's actually our salesperson. She's our head of sales. So yes. Kaya yun lang, pwede ka mag-umpisa kahit iba experience mo as long as hanapin mo yung passion mo and yun, pag-aralan mo yung passion mo and mag-upskill ka. Okay. So what kind of skills a must have before what kind of skill a must have before? Anong daw yung skills na a must before trying to be a VA? Kat.
Hinahanap ko po yung question, di ko mahanap eh. Must have na skill. Dapat, ano ka, fast learner. Tsaka makapalang mukha dapat. Hindi pwedeng manipis ang skin mo dito kasi may
Agree.
clients na nangmumura or may clients na hindi mo alam, hindi naman pala galit. Sobrang straightforward kasi kailangan mo rin, you have to take account for cultural differences. Like sa ibang lahi, ano ba yung kliyente ko, taga Dubai or taga US or basta yun. Sobrang taga US. Sobrang straightforward niya magsalita. Is this your idea or are you just stupid? Tapos, ouch! Pero hindi ka pwedeng ganun. Naka-video call pa kami. Parang hindi ako phased, hindi ako ano. So, aaralin ko. Dapat mabilis ka mag-adapt. Pag may hiningi, kaya mong ibigay. Pag nagsalita, kaya mong lunukin, kaya mong tanggapin. Kahit magmumug ka pa ng mura. Kasi parang sa kanila, okay yun. Pero if it affects your mental health, let it go ha. Pero kung kaya naman, 'di ba? Ganun tayo, VA tayo.
Okay, ayon kay Sharon, when preparing a portfolio, ano po dapat i-consider?
Depende kasi sa niche mo kung paano mo ipe-prepare ang portfolio mo. Like sa akin, nasa customer service and ako or nasa healthcare ako, ipe-prepare ko yung portfolio ko highlighting yung skills na nandun sa area na gusto kong applyan. Like sa healthcare, ipe-prepare ko yung summary ko, yung experience ko with healthcare, yung experience yun na nga yung sinasabi ko kanina, like, kailangan mong i-present ang sarili mo or i-tailor ang profile mo, depende sa applyan mo. Like, get to know the client din para alam nila. So, ako kasi, ma-effort ako sa CV and sa cover letter. Hindi pwedeng itatapon ko lang, wala akong generic na cover letter. Each cover letters I sent out are very, personally created, like, I take my time creating those cover letters. Pero hindi pwedeng basta-basta lang ang pag-create ng profile. Idedepende mo siya sa company na gusto mong applyan. Like, for example, I want to apply for this healthcare company. They take care of patients na may pain sa knee, tapos may device sila. So, i-highlight ko na, may experience ako sa device. Based yung company sa US. I worked with patients familiar ako sa insurance, yun yung iha-highlight ko sa summary, personal experience. Kasi under sa professional experience, ilalagay mo is yung role, yung company, and under that, ilalagay mo as in one sentence lang, like you work with team to identify necessary ganyan, ilalagay mo yung ginawa mo. And also, make sure, pag gumawa ka ng profile, halimbawa napansin ka na, make sure that meron kang notable na nagawa para sa company. Like, ano yung hardest, kasi ito yung hindi nawawala sa interview, ano yung hardest na challenge na na-experience mo and how did you overcome it, or ano yung greatest achievements mo while working for this company. Kasi kung mag-highlight ka ng relevant experience, dapat may masasabi ka about it. Hindi pwedeng nilagay mo lang yun for display. Parang may something about it and kailangan mong you have to and you can attest to it. Yun yung pag ano sa portfolio. I'm not very familiar with creatives kasi hindi ako maano sa creatives.
Okay, thank you. So from Paul, given your experience and since we're new to becoming GVA, how can we determine if a customer or potential client is legitimate or a scammer? Are there any signs that can help us identify them as a scammer? Okay, ako muna sasagot and after si Kat, okay? So, ma-identify mo siya if first pa lang sa type sa sa way nila ng pag-post ng job. Okay? And second, for me, is that ang legitimate na work, hindi sila humihingi ng pera sa inyo. Like, send to start this work, you have to send like $30 to this account for the
Processing fee.
processing fee. Pag humingi sa inyo ng pera, scammer na yon. Kasi hanap ng trabaho para kumita, hindi para magbayad ka pa, di ba? Okay, Kat, any, experience?
Ayun, similar kay Miss ano, ayan, pag humihingi, pag ano, ang pagkakapost nila, maraming typos, tapos kahit yung simple na lang na pagkakapital na, tapos yung ano ng letters, it's ano,
Yes.
red flag na siya agad. Kasi pag nasa professional na ano ka, hindi sila magpo-post ng ganun. Tapos, pag naghihingi ng information na irrelevant na, like ano, mag-send ka ng ano, yung OTP ng credit card. You know? Yan, yung mga personal
Takbo.
information, takbo, run.
Okay, so from Rochelle Montero, is it okay to tell that you have knowledge but not expert in a specific tool?
Yes. Yes. Be transparent. Hindi mo naman, kasi yun din yung sinabi ko, na hindi ako expert, pero I'm knowledgeable. And ma-appreciate din naman nila yun. Pero wag mo naman na-expect na i-appreciate yan ng lahat ng clients. Pero it takes account for something, 'di ba? Na maging honest ka kasi para ma-set din yung expectations nila. Tapos pwede mo naman i-discuss kung ano yung alam mo sa ano, like ito yung functions na alam ko dito sa tool na to. I took some time to learn it, ganto, ganyan. Tapos ano, sa may mga courses din naman that offers yung certificate for a specific software or skill. Pero make sure na wag kayong kukuha ng masyadong mahal. Kasi usually yan pwede yung matutunan ng libre lang. Pero pagtsatsagaan mo lang sa YouTube. Kaya mas gusto ko yung YouTube kasi hindi ako nagbayad ever as a freelancer.
Ano ba kasi talaga software, may certifications siya, like
Opo, meron po.
QuickBooks. Talaga,
Yes, QuickBooks.
certification for like QuickBooks. Okay. From Arlinia daw, does Calendly is the same with Google Calendar? You wanna answer? Or
Ay, yun na ma'am. Kasi ikaw ang nagkakalanli sa akin.
okay. It's actually different po kasi ang Calendly is a scheduling tool. So like for example, ito mga gamit nito. If
Yeah.
you want to create your Calendly account, like for example, nag-apply ka, you can actually post that on your profile that you can schedule a discovery call with me, something like that, and this is the Calendly link. So, like for example, clinically, client yung link mo, mapupunta sila sa scheduling sa calendar ni Calendly. Pag nag-set sila doon ng date, yun, makikita mo naman yun sa calendar mo, sa Google Calendar mo na may nag-set sa iyo ng schedule. So, you can use a Calendly link so that a client can actually schedule a meeting with you. O, di ba? So, si client na si client na
Ang hihingi ng appointment.
appointment sa'yo.
Ayan pala guys, nag-send ako ng link. Actually sa YouTube to ng Vim. for calendar management. I think this is also a webinar, pero kung papanoorin nyo, andon parang they'll walk you through kung paano yung calendar management. Kasi madaming
Mm.
mga tutorial sa YouTube ni Vim. Kahit mga maghapon kayo manood dyan, bukas pa rin ako mag-apply. Charot. Kung gano'n kayo kabilis yung learning curve nyo eh, ba't ba?
Why
'Di
not?
ba?
Oh.
So what do you suggest for someone, from Enrico Rodriguez, what do you suggest for someone previously in electronics manufacturing, strong in engineering and QA skills? How should I develop my portfolio to sell my to sell my properly as a consult? Is it properly or property as a consultant?
Uy, ang gandang niche niyan, ha? I wish may ganyan ako. Ang ganda ng niche mo, to be honest. Kasi I've come across some posts na naghahanap ng consultant with your expertise. Ang kaanuhan lang is I'm not very familiar with the line of work. Lalo na, ano talaga yan eh, professional work yan. You have to get a license for it. So, hindi ako masyadong familiar kung paano ninyo ano yung sarili nyo, lalo engineer ka. Ma'am, can you help me? Kasi professional yan eh. And you scale agents for clients. How would he effectively like showcase his skills? Kasi hindi ako familiar dun sa ano eh sa field ng engineering.
Okay. I think pag nasa field ka ng engineering, you have to be very knowledgeable with online tools like AutoCAD. So, yes, you have to be very knowledgeable with that platform or that tool. Kasi, we actually have some client before looking for like engineers, full engineer, lahat yata ng engineer, nahanap na sa amin ng kliyente. Oh, di ba? So, like, for example, engineer ka, pero you can still work online. So, I think, to develop your portfolio, you have to put there all the online tools that you actually use para maano na para makita ni client na ay marunong pala siya nito, marunong pala siya nito. And lahat ng line of work regarding the engineering, you have to put it on your portfolio. And also if you have like, yung mga, 'di ba sa engineering may mga blueprint, you can also add that yun para sa portfolio mo. But again nga, I think for engineering, I think it's best if you actually started to do some AutoCAD thing. Hindi mas
Yung
design sa ano siya, 'di ba, sa architect. But for engineering, yung mga parang blueprint na
layout, yes.
layout
Mm.
AutoCAD. So I think yun lang maisa-suggest ko sa iyo.
And research
Eh,
din yun para
May
ano.
nag-suggest din dito sa Q&A tab from Laura. SolidWorks din daw po, very helpful as an engineer. And then from Belinda Cobales, dapat may Mimi tab din siguro pag engineer kasi ginagamit din daw siya for data validation and Six Sigma certified din daw po. Yan, from Belinda.
Wala po bang charge sa OLJ tsaka sa Indeed para makahanap ng client?
Wala po.
Okay. Wait lang ha, kasi nandun ako sa pinaka-office ng mga question. Para yung
Hinahanap ko rin nga po.
sa pinaka-office kasi ako ng question, kaso,
Oo nga.
dahil sa ating game, kaya pupunta po ako dito sa pinakababa ng question. Okay, wait lang po. Mga ka-Wonder VA, sa hahanapin ko ang sumunod na question.
Ito may isang comment si Enrico Rodriguez regarding dun sa scam. Sabi niya, unfortunately, I see many other people redirecting people to get in contact with another person in US via Telegram about retyping documents into PDF. Are these mostly scams? Ay, sasagutin ko po, opo. Sa TikTok, ang dami nagko-comment. Sobrang dami.
Okay.
Kaya,
According sa
iwasan niyo
kita,
po.
may age limit po ba? Wala po. Age limit.
Ayan,
Pag
age limit.
nagkita. So, sa hindi makakita sa Q&A, makikita niyo po yung parang question dyan. Yan po yung Q&A section. Okay. Ano? H390 po ba model yan? Ano yun? Miss Kat?
Alin po? Model.
May headset.
Ay, yung headphones ko. Wait lang. Ano ba to? Libre lang kasi to ng client, pero nung chinek ko yung presyo.
Oh, libre na. Oh, guys,
Oo.
nilibre ang client.
Opo.
Bongga.
Pati laptop.
Uy,
Keyboard,
sana all.
mouse, camera, desktop. Kulang na lang house and lot. Charot. Wait lang, ano ba to? Asan yung box na to? Logitech. Eto. Okay, welcome to the unboxing series. Charo. Guys, can you...
390 correct siya. H390 nga.
Ano ba to? Parang ano nga?
Nakita ko siya, Kat, sa may
Ayun, H390 nga. Kita ba? Hindi,
wala.
hindi
Yan,
nakikita.
yan, yan. Ilapit mo sa'yo.
Ayan.
Yan, kita na siya. H.
Oh.
Okay. So, according to
Oh.
SS.
Denzel, connect sa phone in a BA work, merong mga work na pwede, but I think you really have to invest on the computer. Kailangan kasi talaga may ano ka system ka. Kasi kalimitan talaga sa mga, mahirap kasi pag naka-cellphone ka lang, may mga client na may mga tools na hindi pwedeng pang cellphone.
Yes.
You
Mm-mm.
really have to invest. So, parang investment mo na yan. Kasi, actually guys, ako nagsimula ako with 2 gig laptop na medyo sira-sira pa siya. Oh my God. Yan. But I think, habang tumatagal, alam mo yung nakaka-happy siya pag nag-upgrade ka. Uy, upgrade
Yes.
na ako ng ganito. Bumili na ako ng isang monitor. Bumili na ako ng ganito. So, nakaka-happy talaga siya. So, yun. Magsimula kayo kahit hindi ganun kataas yung specs, but I think, basta mag-upgrade kayo na mag-upgrade ka. Kumbaga, yun yung pinaka-investment nyo talaga dito sa work
Opo.
na.
Tsaka minimum requirement na ngayon I think is i5 dapat yata yung
Mhm.
ano
Yes.
at least i5 or i3. Pinakamababa na yata i3, hindi na nag-accept ng iba.
Yes. Does the CRM
Mm-mm.
tools are free of use or need to pay? May mga CRM tools po na free.
Free,
May,
meron ding paid.
pero pag free kasi, parang limited siya. Like, for example, for us, yung Monday.com. So, pwede mo siyang gamitin ng free. Pero parang hanggang 100, ano lang siya. 100.
Limited lang po yung ano.
Ano pong gagawin if ever hindi binayaran ni client? Oh,
Aray.
Iyak.
yak tayo, guys.
Iyak.
Calling.
Okay. So, what if, lesson nakuha mo na yung kay Jingle Anos?
Yes po, okay na.
Okay na to. So, kasi what if you come from other industries? So, if you come from other industries, find the niche na medyo,
Yes.
paano po kung wala experience sa corpo or BPO? You actually can join like webinars, you can upskill, you can learn skills.
Like
Para,
first job.
yes.
Oh, bongga. Depende kung anong course mo, i-align mo na din sa niche mo. Like find the niche.
Okay. IT ako, more on technical support. Gusto ko sana mag-shift ng di ano pong pwedeng pasukan if ever. IT pa rin and ano, yung
Oo.
support. Because
Mataas ang bigayan yan, Diyos ko.
yeah, pagkakaiba lang naman nun is, IT ka na corporate, pero pag nag-shift ka dito, IT ka
IT ka pa din.
pa din, at saka, or technical support, work from home ka pa, nasa work from home pa lang din. Okay? So, would you recommend Polycom Blackwire 5220? Nakagamit ka ba nun?
Anong brand?
Hindi ko kasi sure. Kasi ang ginagamit ko kasi dati is Arctis, but now naka-mic na ako, kaya yun.
Oh, bongga. Kaya pala walang headphones.
Para kami ng mic ni Blessing. Charot. Kasi, sa totoo lang guys, naka-headphones ako dati. Kasi parang nagsusugat na yata yung tenga ko kaya headphones. Kaya nag-ano ako, sabi ko, mic na lang tayo.
Yes.
Okay, so, wipe ka po daw ba ni Japet?
Hala, sino to? Opo, wait lang. Anong pangalan?
Nag-dismiss ko na siya. Doon sa
Parang anonymous.
Anonymous.
anonymous pa. Siya kilala. May stalker po ang ating host, ang ating guest. So,
Baka kakilala.
what can you advise for newbie na may medical experience, clinical, and want to shift as a BA or medical VA?
Pasok ka sa healthcare kasi sobrang ganda ng healthcare industry pag sa
Yes.
VA. I am in the healthcare industry and so far as customer service, nag-start ako customer service, yun yung pinakamalaking bigayan. As a mukhang pera person, yun ang best Best niche for me. And may experience naman ako sa medical field. I was previously, ano nga tawag dito? Medrep. Medrep ako. So, dati nag-iikot ako ng gamot. Ngayon, nasa bahay na lang, nagpa-calls na lang, tapos magko-confirm lang ng appointments. Hindi naman very easy, pero isa sa pinakamagandang industry nowadays.
Okay, so need po ba mag-create ng new FB profile para mag-optimize po newbie sa BA1? I think para sa akin, oo.
Ako po, hindi na ako nag-ano sa
Eh,
Facebook.
para sa akin, oo. Kasi malay mo, hindi naman.
Pag hinanap ka ng client, professional pa rin yung Facebook.
Oo, kasi, like for example, kasi pag nag-optimize ka, pag nagkaroon ka ng bagong FB profile, siguro lalagay mo dun is more on your experience, more on your background. Kasi minsan, hindi naman natin may iwasan sa FB minsan, ano, nakakita ka ng meme. Sinashare mo. At kung ano na pa sinasabi mo minsan na nakajeje mo nan sa ano, sa Facebook. Minsan nakipag-away, minsan hindi natin alam, mali mo nakipag-away ka pala dati sa Facebook, di ba? Parang, parang ayaw natin na makita yun ni client. So, I think mas okay na gumawa ka ng bagong profile ng Facebook na para na talaga naka ano lang, naka, kumbaga, dun lang para sa work.
Professional.
Yes,
Mm.
professional eh. Okay. Is GBA future-proof given the diversity of AI and automation? O AI daw, Kat.
Ano po yung question?
Is GBA future-proof given the diversity of AI and automation?
Asa po yung question?
Sorry.
Proof of AI and automation?
Yes.
Well, hindi ko naman pwedeng sabihin oo, pero doon na talaga tayo papunta. 'Di ba? Yun na yung future. Wait
Yes.
lang, ano ba? Asan yung question? Di ko
Kat,
mapasan po sa ano?
255.
Sa WhatsApp?
Sige, send ko po sa WhatsApp ang
Hindi ko
question.
nababasa.
Nasaan ba to si Kat? Yun. At saka guys, sa nga pala sa mga bagong I think mas maganda na gumawa kayo ng inyong WhatsApp kasi kalimitan, ito lang ang ginagamit ng mga client.
Future proof. Yes naman. Tao pa din is better than AI at any day and time. Ba't tayo hahanapin, 'di ba? Hindi pa rin kayang palitan ni AI ang services ng tao. Kasi syempre,
Yes.
ano, tayo pa rin, like, paano magpa-function si AI if hindi natin ipoprogram? Kahit lahat ng automations, kailangan mo pa rin iset. Lahat ng, ginagawa ni AI, yung ako pa rin, tayo pa rin ang gagawa. So, kailangan pa rin, future-proof. So, secured pa rin ang GVA. Kasi may mga kilala ko, like, nag-transition into AI, they ended up hiring more people to fix yung errors nagawa. So, yun, it's still better.
Okay. So ako, from Genevieve Groyon, how about po kaya kung meron ka ng technical skills but hindi mo ma-present ng maigi yung sarili mo due to com skills, lalo kung di naman po ganun ka-fluent?
It's okay. Kasi, aware naman sila sa hinahire nila. Pero ang kailangan mong gawin is to practice, hone your skills. Sabi ko nga, hindi ako, fluent dati. Like, nagsastutter pa ako before kasi I took a break from work. Pero, ang ginagawa ko is, kuha ka ng mirror, practicein mo yung spiel mo, pero wag mo i-memorize. Never memorize. Kasi pag nawala ka sa memorization mo, mawawala lahat. So, wag ka mag-memorize, pero i-practice mo yung spiel mo, how you'd introduce yourself, how you'd explain your skills and specialization sa client. Pero kausapin mo yung sarili mo, practice sa mirror and then practice to a different person. Kasi nung una maano ka talaga eh. Pag una maano ka pag ibang lahi na yung katapat mo. Like, oh, puting-puti ito o kaya uy, iba yung itsura na to. Like hindi to Pinoy. Tapos iba yung way of talking, sobrang straightforward nila, kakabahan ka. It's all there, pero kailangan mong, yun na nga, mag-effort ka. Magsalita ka sa salamin, makipag-usap ka, dun i-practice mo yung interview. Kahit nga sa AI, pwede ka mag-prompt kay GPT, mag-prompt ka na I'm applying for this position, i-aano mo lang siya. Iti-tweak mo lang siya. Tapos, I'm applying for this position, I have these skills. create like a mock interview for me so I could practice. Tapos maglalabas na yung Q&A si GPT. Hindi mo kailangan i-memorize, pero practice speaking, lalo kung may ano ka sa communication. Buti nga aware ka sa weakness mo. Then you can address it.
Okay. From anonymous attendee, GBA din po ba ang lead gen and bookkeeping?
It's a niche, pero pwede siya mag-branch out into a GVA. Depende sa relationship mo kay client. Kasi dati customer service lang ako sa client ko hanggang nasa social media na ako, tapos nag-email support na ako, tapos ayun, yung ah, alam mo yun, ide-develop mo kasi yung relationship. Hindi ka lang talaga andon for a specific niche. Kasi the more na nag-work ka, yun naman yung goal eh. Um, you're working to network yourself. Kasi hindi ka lang katrabaho na ni client, you're part of their day. So, depende sa'yo kung paano, paano hindi malilimit yung role mo. Hindi mo limit ang sarili mo. Pero syempre, work lang naman kung ano yung nararapat. Mamaya niyan, ginagawa mo na lahat, tapos hindi naman nag increase yung pay mo. Kaya yun.
Okay. Sabi ni Aileen, ang hirap po magsimula mag-apply pag wala pang lakas ng loob. Siguro yung pang ating simulan ang mag-build ng lakas ng loob. So, how about as an e-commerce executive assistant po, what is the chance to get hired po? Ang laki ng chance na maging na ma-hire ka. Because talaga ngayon, dami naghahanap ng e-commerce VA. Totoo lang. Okay, so meron po ba kayong YouTube tutorial para sa niche? Ano masasabi mo, Blessing?
Saan daw po? Hindi ko makita yung
Ito
question.
bang YouTube tutorial per niche?
Ay, opo. We have webinar replays po on our YouTube channel. So, iba't ibang niches po yung nakapost sa ating YouTube channel. Kagaya nung sinend kanina ni Ma'am Kat, yung about calendar management. Meron pang iba doon about bookkeeping, Medva, iba-iba nakapost lahat po sa YouTube channel. So, make sure kayo po ay naka-subscribe and naka-follow po sa YouTube channel ni Vame Work at Home by Vame Philippines. Timestamp, ma'am, 2:52. Pwede bang pili tayo ng top 3 na pwedeng sagutin ni Ma'am Kat before we wrap up? Yan.
Tayo na medyo hindi pa na-answer dito. May nakita ka ba, Blessing? Ito, as an applicant po na galing sa ibang industry, do I still need to add my previous work experience sa CV o resume kahit di siya relevant sa ina-applyan mo? My goodness. Nabubulol na ako. Sila sa iyo ang question, Kat.
Yes po, as an applicant na galing sa ibang industry, alam mo, kahit nasa ibang industry ka, pwede mo pa rin naman siyang ma-apply. Like, for example, di ba nag-apply ako sa healthcare, pero may experience ako sa insurance, motor vehicle insurance. So malayo, pero andun yung insurance. Find a way para ma-relate mo yun or mag-highlight ng skills mo. Kasi not necessarily ano yung industry, ano yung skill na natutunan mo dun sa job na yon. So sa job na yon, I was an account executive para sa motor vehicle insurance. So I handled this, I handled that. So I showcase time management, marunong akong ganito, tapos like I handled sales, nag-maintain ako ng quota, which is a skill that's transferable or pwede kong ma-apply dun sa industry na applyan ko. Depende sa'yo. Kasi yun na nga ang sasabihin, ang sinasabi ko, i-showcase mo yung best part na yun.
Okay. Kat, I sent you like 2 questions sa WhatsApp.
Ayun. What are your tips for those aspiring and newbies that wants to apply as GVA? First step is mag-set ka ng oras para sa sarili mo to learn muna and to apply. Kasi yun yung una mong i-develop, yung disiplina mo sa sarili mo. Kasi yun na nga, ang lagi yung tatandaan, as sa VA, ang meron tayo is ethics lang. Ethics lang kung paano ka makakuha, paano ka mag-maintain ng kliyente, and paano mo i-develop ang skills mo as a professional. So, mag-set ka ng time in a day na mag-aaral ka. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng lagi kang nag-aaral. Give yourself time to rest kasi ando na nga tayo sa work-life balance. Pero isaset mo yung araw at oras para aralin tong specific skill set. Tapos mag-set ka rin ng araw at oras para hahanapin yung prospect mo na kliyente. Ayusin, para dun mo ma-hone yung profile mo. Pero hindi yan magagaranti na maha-hire ka. Pero chances are magde-develop ka ng pattern sa sarili mo, ando na yung disiplina, ando na yung learning, through time, makukuha mo rin yung kliyente mo. Back when I first started, it took me 4 months to get my first client. Pero after that, dumali na lang siya, like nag-lessen na. Kasi hindi naman talaga consistent na may client ka, hindi naman habang buhay ang client mo, wala kang assurance. Yun yung nature ng trabaho. Kaya dapat consistent ka. And yun na nga, yung ethics mo, yung dapat, um, so wala tuloy yung train of thought ko. Dapat consistent ka. Kasi ikaw ang business, ikaw ang binebenta, ikaw lahat. So, you help yourself. Nobody's gonna help you. Yun yung step ko. Miss Eliana, ito, seasoned ano na din to, VA na din to. Can you share some tips?
Okay, so yun nga, katulad yung sinasabi ni Kat, lagi mong i-market mo yung sarili mo ng maganda. So kung wala kang alam, matuto kang mag-upskill. Marami naman mga courses na libre. I think like for SMM, Blessy can find like courses na libre na nagagamit niya. Kasi yung iba talaga sa atin dito, hindi talaga, lahat naman talaga nagsimula as wala experience, di ba? Galing ka sa ibang niche. Sabi ko nga ako, galing ako sa BPO, pero napunta ako sa, sa social media, social SMM. Bubulol ako ngayon, sorry guys. So yes, and then yung second job ko is napunta naman ako sa career management. Wala rin akong alam doon. But inaaral ko yon. And then after that, napunta ako sa e-commerce. Talagang zero, 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 as in zero knowledge. Isang araw lang ako nag-train. Sa totoong buhay. But okay, ito ha, parang just to inspire you. So, nung nag-e-commerce kasi ako, they trained me for 1 day and maybe like after 2 weeks, naging team lead na ako. Because inaral ko talaga. Inaral ko ano ba to? Kasi nasa iyo yun, kung parang na-challenge ka, ay hindi ko to alam. Aaralin kita ng ayos. So, yon magiging magiging magaling ka kung talagang gugustuhin mo na aralin yung isang niche. And also, like for example, if may client na kayo guys, kailangang alagaan nyo yung client nyo. Alagaan nyo talaga. Huwag nyo siyang lolokohin because trust yung number one talaga na nyo. Kumbaga yun yung pinaka sandata nyo sa client nyo. Pag talagang trusted kayo ni client, tatagal at tatagal kayo sa kanya. I've been with Yuval Cohen for 6 years na. So, ganun na kami katagal mag-jowa. Magkatrabaho. Joke ko lang. Ako. Ganun na
Tinapos
kami.
ang pila.
Yes. Natapos na, sorry guys. Natapos na kasi ang pila kasi kinasal na siya. So, 6 years na kami magkatrabaho. And, yun nga. So, I actually appreciate yung trust niya sa akin kasi pag nag-trust talaga sa si client, ibibigay niya sa lahat. Because like for example, for me, I have all the financial information. Siguro mas may access pa ako sa mga financial niya kaysa dun sa asawa niya. Joke. Pero yon sa business ko. Kaya kailangan talaga alagaan niyo yung trust ni client.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kat,
May last
ano pa
question
tayo?
pa po ba?
Last question.
Ayan. Last question. I am a previous government employee. I enrolled 2 courses as VA, but still di ko pa din ma-finalize for portfolio ko kasi wala mailagay sa sample work. Any advice po? Ano bang papasukin mong niche? Bakit gusto mo ng sample work? Government employee, siguro usually like data management, ma'am. Mamayana, no? So, yun na nga, sinasabi ko, regardless sa industry, ang i-showcase mo dito ay yung skills mo. So, ano yung skill na nakuha mo sa industry na to? Kasi hindi naman kailangan maging relevant or mag-meet yung industry nyo. It's an advantage, pero hindi siya requirement. So, kailangan mong i-showcase ano ba yung natutunan mo when you worked previously as a government employee. Like, nagsusort ka ng data. So, nandun na si data management, nandun na si time management, nandun na, kailangan mong i-nitpick Tapos alamin mo kung ano yung mga skill set na nakuha mo doon. Like nasa Excel ka, proficient ako dito sa Microsoft Excel. So that's a skill. Kailangan mong i-market, in-nitpick like yung skills na nakuha mo sa specific industry, include it on the list of skills that you have to offer para madaling i-digest yung profile mo. Kasi sa profile or sa CV, andun yung job experiences, yung skills, and system familiarities. So sa skills mo, iaano mo na proficient ka dito, and under sa system familiarity, lagay mo yung Microsoft tools, tapos yung other tools na na-handle mo. Ayun lang naman. Kailangan mo lang anuhan,
Actually,
effortan.
i-add ko lang kay Kat. So, kasi pag nag-VA ka, alamin mo talaga kung ano yung niche mo.
Mhm.
Kasi yun lang talaga ang, ano mo, i-hone mo ng i-hone yung niche na yon. Kasi marami ng upskilling sa bawat niche eh. Kasi maraming pagbabago ang mundo, lalo today, we have the AI. So, yon. And, yes, wala din yung trail of thought ko, Kat. Bakit tayo ganito ngayon? So, kasi wala ka experience, wala kang mailagay na experience. Siguro, may mga site or may mga company kasi na they actually like looking for interns. Nag-offer sila ng internship. Maybe you can do that. Sometimes kasi ito, naano ko lang sa ibang VA ha, you can actually, sa first na experience mo, you can provide a pro bono muna just for you to gain experience. Maybe, okay, I'm going to do your social media for 2 weeks. So, you have experience na, di ba? So, pwede mong gawin yon. Or like interns, pro bono, depende rin sa'yo yun. Okay. So, I think tapos na po ang ating session for today. I hope yung lahat po is nakapag fill out na
Fill
po sa
up.
attendance form so that we can actually send you the certificate. Guys, ang daming question pa na gusto namin sagutan kaso kulang po tayo sa oras. So again, this is live on Facebook. If you have questions pa, kasi hindi na namin makita itong mga question na yun. Mga hindi po namin nasagot na question, pwede po kayo mag-comment sa aming social media. You can ask your questions there and we're going to answer you there. Okay? So, ngayon is,
Yes.
we're going to have our picture
Photo. Yes, photo op.
photo
Yan.
op.
Paris po ng hands kung sino gusto mag-join at ipopromote po namin kayo as panelist. Ayan. So habang nagpo-promote tayo dito, we wanted to take this opportunity to thank our guest speaker, Ma'am Katrina, for sharing everything about General Virtual Assistant. Thank you, Ma'am. Grabe, sobrang daming natutunan. Guys, bigyan naman natin ng maraming lahat ng reaction, wag lang yung sad. Para kay Ma'am Katrina. Let's go! Ayun, no? Thank you po. Ang dami, grabe. So, kung
Thank
nabitin
you.
kayo, guys,
Thank you, everyone.
oh, sana
Thank you po
all.
sa flowers. Charot.
Charot.
Gusto ko lang i-flex before the day ends.
Ay, sana all.
So guys, happy BA Valentine's Day. Oh, di ba?
Yes.